Good afternoon, YouTube. I thought I might take you on a quick tour of the western side of the property today. I won't be able to show you everything, but I'll show you some of the interesting sights along that side. Getting over there, we're going to be crossing the southern part. I can cut back and forth. I got a satellite image of the property. Kind of give you a sense of where we are. But cut across this southern part here first. And that really begins with crossing this swinging bridge that I built 3 or 4 years ago now. Seems to be holding up really well. I just purchased the cables from Tractor Supply, I think. They're like 5/16 or 1/4 inch. And I had 4 guardrail posts that a neighbor gave me. And so I sunk those into the ground, concreted them, and you can see, and then it's just sort of stitched together with stainless wire. So we cross this, and then we get to cross this field. This is our biggest field, and I'll meet you over there in the wooded area. We're moving along the southern edge now. It's fairly long, actually. Most of the whole property is fenced. Most of it is like what you see here, which is 5-strand barbed wire. That seems to be enough to keep the cattle in. And this is the corner where we will start to go west now. So this is still that south side. It ends there, and from that corner goes straight uphill. This is one of my oldest brother's least favorite places on the whole farm. I think he calls this Cardiac Hill or Heart Attack Hill or something. The first major transition that we come to as we go from this younger growth area to the old growth area. And that transition starts with this ditch line right here, which I keep wanting to put a bridge over, but for now, like the dog just did, I have to go down here and leap to the other side. So as you can see, the fence is straight in most places. As we put it in, we're not exactly on the property line, but as we put it in, we try to stay as close as we could. And in most places that runs us straight, but sometimes there are obstacles, and maybe I'll show you a couple of those that we do have to go around. What I worry about day in and day out now is what we're looking at. All the dead ash trees that are on the fence line, these are just time bombs. At some point that's going to come down, it's going to take the fence with it, and depending on whether or not the cows are back here at the moment, it could be bad news. We're probably about halfway up the west side of the property now. And I always think of this, there's 2 ditch lines here, it's kind of about the halfway point. Uphill again as we got down to the little ditches there. We were kind of all the way down at the bottom, and the property ends all the way back up at the highest elevation again. So you can see we have no shortage of hills on this property as we head up another one. This is the end of the west side, beginning of the north side, which I'll take you on a tour of too at some point. I'll take you on all the sides. This is a classic place for poachers to cut our fence and come through, which used to happen quite a bit. It hasn't happened as much recently. This is Four Corners. There's our property there, property here. You can see all this on the satellite image I'll splice in, and a property here. So there are two places on the farm that are Four Corners, and that pin right there, very, very old. That post is probably old. This is old locust. So these have been markers here for a very long time. But I hope you enjoyed this trip, YouTube. As time goes on, I'll take you on a tour of the rest of the sides, and then maybe we'll start to make our way through the middle of the farm. But there's a lot to see here, and I really want to show it to you. So I hope all of you enjoyed this and that you have a great day.